All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to episode 3 of the best movie podcast.
Boogie, 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 and the crew, boogie.
Here's your host JD, and the co-host Cohort Noah. What's up?
Hey, I just want to say this to everyone who's watching and is working their ass off every day. Keep going. It doesn't get better.
Keep it pushing.
But that don't matter. You're doing it for a purpose. You're living and you're here for a purpose. But yeah.
What's up, man? So what was our name?
Boogie Pop and the Crew.
Boogie Pop and the Crew.
Boogie Pop and the Crew.
Damn.
Boogie Pop.
I titled the last episode Boogie Pop and the Gang.
It don't matter. Boogie Pop and the Crew. Boogie Pop and the Gang.
Can we be the Boogie Pop Crew?
The Boogie Pop. The Boogie Pop. You see that? You know that scene from I was 7 Days That Died.
That's Kobe. Yeah.
It's the '70s show with like Red and Kitty and all of them. They're in a circle, the pot circle.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristically, compared to the other characters that usually are in it, their kids.
Oh, the mom?
Eric. Yeah, the mom, the
Yeah.
dad, moms and dads. And Red's like, pop. Starts to lose his allure after a while. I don't know. This shit's funny in context. Out of context, it just seems like I'm losing my fucking mind. But we're gonna talk about it.
I would like to see. I've never watched like out of context video of the smoking scene, like, but all the clips. That'd be funny.
They want to get rid of rock and roll because they know it makes us horny, man.
I hate that he said that, and then he had to go and be a criminal.
Everything he said
what
in the
did
circles was always like cliche.
What did
Like,
he do? What was his criminal thing?
I think it was something to do with underage.
Can't come back from that.
Yeah, I think it was closer to pedophilia or something like rape, or domestic violence. It was something to do with women.
Damn. Okay. Fuck. 'Cause I know the guy from Zeke and Luther. He went to jail, but
Yeah.
he came back.
He's out now. Yeah.
He was doing podcasts. He was doing stuff. He's good.
He's
I would
out.
love.
What
To,
did he do?
I would love to talk to him. I think it was armed robbery.
That's right.
That's fine.
Armed robbery.
Gas station.
Like he wasn't. He must have been bedded to do that because he had lemonade mouth in a bag. Lemonade renegade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
he
really
could
want to
rap.
lemonade?
He could rap and skate. Why did he
And
rob
skate.
a bank? I mean, gas.
All he had to do was give Lupe Fiasco push, kick, push, kick, push. Just keep kicking and pushing.
We did watch the movie Push.
Skate.
Skate 3.
No,
We did watch it.
Is this skate? The regular skate.
The video game.
Yeah. The one that's popular right now.
Skate 3. Right.
Yeah, when you get to it, clip that. Like we just did an ad. The kick sponsor. No, I'm not.
What is this ad for Vans?
Kick, push, kick, push.
What is that?
That song? It's
Yeah.
a song. Lupe Fiasco.
Wait, I don't really remember that.
And then we kick. I couldn't tell you the whole song. I just know Lupe Fiasco made it. Give it a listen when you can time.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, as you were saying, we were watching him.
So we watched Push.
Oh, we did watch Push. Was it called Push?
We
It was called
We
Push.
need to talk about him, but we watched Push.
Yeah, we watched Push for movie nights.
Actually,
for
we
movie
watched
night.
him on Tuesday.
Watched him on
We
Tuesday.
watched
I
Demon
watched
Slayer on Wednesday.
Demon Slayer on
And we
Wednesday.
watched Push today.
I watched Push
The
today.
3 best movies of all time.
Push is random like Sunshine for Chris Evans. It's random like
Yeah.
Sunshine for Chris Evans.
Okay, so the episode's about him.
Sunshine's better.
The new Marlon Wayne movie. But I do think we should talk a little bit about Push.
Amber Alert.
And then, is it another
I was about to go out there and save the day.
And if you could give like a small, actually first, you should give like a small, non-spoiler rating and review of Demon Slayer movie.
Demon Slayer movie?
Yeah.
Alright. Here's my rating. Gas. Gas. Here's why.
that is the question.
You know?
And here's why.
Here's
Why is it good? Why was it good?
The
I didn't watch
choreography was crazy. And the importance, I know the importance of having a backstory within what we're doing here is important. Backstories were not dragged out. They were, you know, because it's meant to pertain to the canon story. So I understand why it was given the attention it was given. But for a movie aspect, I was trying to get the whole, you know, Infinity Castle like fights, all of it within that movie. I thought that's what it was giving us. But when they started going and doing, you know, the backstories for as long as they did the backstories, I realized that we're not getting the whole thing. That's fine. That's cool. But the fights, choreographed. The first fight, like it had weight to it, but it lost tension maybe since it's been a while since I watched the last season. Not even. It didn't have as much tension to it as maybe somebody else probably would took it as more intense. But overall it was gas. The fight that they had was gas. I'm not gonna mention who won, who lost, whatever, or
Is
what
it
fight
done?
was what fight. Is it what?
Is it done?
The movie?
Yeah. Was this like? Is this Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
It's finished.
No. This is just a beginning of the Infinity Castle arc.
Oh wait, there's a trilogy movie, right? This is the first of 3.
Oh, they're all gonna be movies? They're not coming out with another season?
I heard this somewhere, but I don't know if it's Demon Slayer.
Well, if it's gonna be a trilogy movie and it's just finishing off movie wise, the first movie, gas. And then you know, that's dope. It's dope if they do it that way. I think I would prefer, because the way they were giving us backstories, I would prefer that they do that in a season and give us a season, so therefore we can actually, over time, you know, really feel for this backstory that they're giving us and stuff like that. That's one thing that I really like about One Piece. You're not caught up there yet, but when they get to expanding on Kuma's story and all that happens, and then once you get there and the impact happens, as you would understand, you're like,
I like Kuma already.
you're like, you know, you're a little choked up, like, dang, I don't know how you do this every time, Oda. Every time I'm choking up over boats, I done choked up over everything. You got me, you know. But yeah, first fight was great. Backstory felt obviously rushed because it's a movie, but I understood what they was getting to me. Second fight was amazing because we seen a character that usually doesn't do what he did, and I loved it. I wanted more of it. I wish that fight went a little longer, but that was a W moment. And then the ultimate, you know, fight that they gave us at the end, which also gave us the longest backstory within that movie too. And that in itself, if it was just focused on that alone, would have been great. I ain't gonna lie.
With multiple
If
people.
yeah, if they would have just focused on that specific part, you know, I'm being as vague as possible, with also like mentioning like, you know, first fight, second fight, third fight, so you know what I'm talking about. But it was great. It was great. Like
I heard
the
it took-
choreography was amazing.
Or
The
it took, like,
animation
20 million.
What?
To make or something.
looked like it. Opening scene, I thought I was watching an actual live action movie.
Damn, that good?
Opening scene. I looked at the trees and the stones. I was like, wait a fucking minute here.
They did like up the expectation
Oh, it was crazy.
for quality.
And I'm not a big fan of 3D. I'm not a big fan of 3D in anime at all because it just never really feels right. Because it's so, a lot of the anime I watch is so supernatural. And it's hard to portray supernatural in a sense of like real. can't get that overly realistic supernatural feel. That's why in anime it works a lot. It works really well. And I'm not saying that's the only place it works at in animation, because you got the old Lord of
lately
the
it's been
Rings.
better.
Huh?
Lately it's been better.
Yeah. But yeah, animation was over the top. It was crazy. So glad I watched it in theaters and not on my computer
Yeah,
and
dude.
then
Yeah.
framing out every 2 seconds
Yeah.
because I pirated it. I don't pirate movies.
Hey, someone said if you don't, because you don't own stuff anymore, really,
Uh-huh.
digitally. If you don't own movies, pirating isn't stealing. But I'll leave that up to y'all. I
No,
don't
sir.
pirate.
Hey, One Piece.
I was gonna say, speaking of One Piece, like I have been addicted to the cards,
Yeah.
and I'm like buying too much.
Nah, you're feeding an addiction
It's
that
gambling.
isn't bad.
It's
It's gambling, but are you winning?
If it was like real,
Are you winning
it's
some?
gambling with like real life NFTs. That's what it feels like sometimes.
I mean, everybody
But
got a gamble.
it's hard because like I love Pokemon, One Piece. There's Star Wars cards I love. The Dragon Ball cards are beautiful, and I've been buying all of them. And then I told you the Dragon
I mean-
Ball card I pulled, the Son Goku.
At the end of the day, it's not a crazy hobby to have. It's not.
It's so expensive.
It is expensive. But if you're gonna do it, you might as well. And if you're gonna gamble and try to make some money off it, you might as well.
Sure, I'm thinking of selling some because my girlfriend pulled one. She opened a pack and she pulled what Kuma,
Yeah.
and it was like $45, like online. It was like going for 45. And then the next day we opened another one. She pulled the same exact Kuma. So we have two Kumas that are worth like almost $50. And then the next day I pulled a what's his name, Kuzan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled a Kuzan that's worth almost 30. Anyways. And then I pulled that Son Goku that's worth 50. And this is all in the span of the last week.
Goku always go crazy.
So I made, like if I sold all of them, I made my money back.
I gave a whole rant the other day about how Goku. My fault.
Did you?
I gave a whole rant about Goku being a good father.
This is, you make this rant every other 2 months.
Because it makes me so angry when people call him a bad father. 'Cause
I would
it
love to
makes no
say
sense.
that rant if we watched Dragon Ball movie.
Okay, for sure.
I would love to watch Dragon Ball, more Dragon Ball.
Because once I get into it, it's in. I'm in. I'm locked in. I get very passionate about that because I'll fight for my dog every day.
That's fun, man.
Every
I
day.
would be
Dragon
excited
Ball
to
is
hear
my first love when it comes to anime shit. So I'll fight 10 toes down every time.
I'd be excited to hear it.
There's somewhere on the internet, somewhere out there, is a debate between me and five other niggas. Whether Dragon Ball Z or Naruto was better.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's on the internet.
Oh, I want to say, I was there, nigga.
Anymore.
I was fighting
It
one.
might have
I was
disappeared.
one
The bot might have
1v6 in.
disappeared.
I was 1v6 in that shit.
Oh, I'll put the Twitch link in the description.
If
We
it's
should
still there.
start streaming more. Today we watched the movie Push, and I realized since it came out in what 2009.
Oh, let me give a real quick. I give Demon Slayer a solid 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Really, it was between those two.
Between those two, 8.5.
8.5.
What's Channing Tatum good?
Yes. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was Chris Pratt. For a second. I was talking, but the voice actor, the character he voice acted was a dope character for one.
Was he a villain?
Nah.
I have no idea about it. I watched the first episode of Demon Slayer, and I watched the last episode.
I ain't even gonna tell you who.
So I went from-
It don't really matter.
I went
You
from-
wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah, I went from seeing Tanjiro for the first time to watching, I think they entered whatever year
Yeah.
they finished.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty
That
cool.
last episode was awesome. That season, it was.
It looked phenomenal.
You seen the trees that season? That last episode, you see what the trees look like,
I saw like the buildings and like all the.
and then look how they look.
Looked awesome.
That's exactly how the opening scene looked.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
What better?
better movie, better.
Movie motion.
I mean, Demon Slayer animation is comparatively to Dragon Ball at this point, because Dragon Ball don't miss when it comes to like animating these days. But yeah, push. That's what we're
When
doing.
push comes to shove. The movie's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. I ain't gonna lie. I if I wasn't forcing myself to stay up, I would have fell asleep.
I don't know. I was looking over. You were falling. You
I wasn't asleep. I promise you I wasn't asleep.
There's some key crucial moments in the movie, and I look over, and you are sure. What were you doing? You were wiping your eyes.
I was
yawning.
rubbing my eyes, dog. My eyes, I
Just
told
maybe
you I
your
was
legs
tired.
were open.
I'm laying down,
It
nigga.
looked like you were waiting for me to come over.
Nah, I was
there.
hot. I was hot.
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
You were taking off your jacket. It was getting steamy in
I
there.
didn't. You know, funny enough, I didn't take off my jacket until the end of the movie.
That's the only part I remember about the movie. It was
Honestly.
alright. Chris Evans was alright.
Chris Evans was alright. His supporting, or he was he
Dakota Fanning,
supporting?
she did. No, he's main character.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah,
The little girl, she wasn't bad.
she was.
But like I said, every time she was smiling and then said a line and then laughed, I'm pretty sure that was improv. And Chris was just telling her like, "You should do that. That'll make this so much better." Because the writing for, back in my head,
the
I'm
writing was bad, kind of bad.
the writing was kind of shit. I ain't gonna lie.
The writing of Push
But
felt
it-
like it was like a fan of like sci-fi shows, and they were like picking like these kind of like baseline kind of guidelines for like a
I
movie. It
think-
was like the enemy is the division, and I don't know. It felt like it didn't create anything.
Yeah, we brought this up during watching it. For all my, all our Star Wars fans, it felt like incomplete versions of Jedi's or Siths.
Yeah, I was thinking like it, because there's like different powers. So it's like Pusher, Stitch,
Pusher,
or-
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, Watcher, seeing the future a little bit.
Yeah,
And I was like, all of these is like what a Padawan could do. but
movers is like just moving like
just force the force.
the
push.
force push. Yeah,
It's yeah. They can't pull though.
They can't pull.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
There's
Dude
a
was
shifter.
nah. He wasn't. He was literally moving stuff. It wasn't like he wasn't pulling. Cause
See, that is
you
true.
can't push. He wasn't just pushing. He was like
It was like
he at one point
telekinetic.
had Chris like this, and then
Yeah,
he was
like,
banging
yeah,
him,
yeah.
banging
So
him,
they do
banging him, banging him, banging him.
They do.
Pause.
But then he also had like a force field when he got shot. He was
Yeah,
invincible.
he was-
I didn't really understand what was going
He
on.
was using the force, bro.
And at the
That's
end,
the closest
the
we've
last,
seen Chris Evans use the force.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Y'all want to
The
see
last
Chris Evans
30
use
minutes of
force?
the movie was like, it was like, but we did have, you didn't know we did this. And then guess what? We also did, it was like a twist, and then it got kind of oversaturated. I like
It
Chris
was a
Evans.
twist, but it was twisted to a point where it never felt like it was spiraling out. It felt like the twist just made it more linear.
Yeah, like, we're back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, just constant counters.
Yeah.
Which it didn't feel that cool, but
It didn't. It
kinda
felt
like
like
the
checkers. It
premise.
didn't feel like chess.
I kind of like the premise a little bit.
I like the concept. I like the concept. I wish they, or I won't say I wish. I wouldn't say I wish they did something different. I will say this: if they hear this or whatever, or if they ever look at this project that they did, I forgot. I didn't look at who wrote it, who produced it, whatever. If they decided to redo that idea, I think they should just be more creative with it. They showed us a little bit of everything, but we also had like kind of a fate thing. You know what I mean? Like fate destined you to die here and die this. They definitely left it open ended, so I don't know if there's more to the series.
Well, the only thing I really liked about the series was when Chris Evans shot this, the next year,
Blew up.
in
Captain
2009, this came out, Bush. 2010, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World came out, he was in.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2012, Avengers came out.
Yep.
So, if you're a Chris Evans fan, he was on the run, I guess.
Yeah. And 2 years prior to that, maybe a year prior to that, he had I don't know, I forgot when
Fantastic
Sunshine came out.
Oh,
Because that might have came out around 2008 or 2009.
oh shit, okay. Well, he was just doing movies every year.
And then 2007, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he was getting paid. So it was crazy to see that, like, when
Push
Avengers
felt
came
like
out,
an indie
he
movie
came.
though.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was so dark.
Yeah.
Some of the shots felt stale.
And then we couldn't think of Bruh's name. You can definitely look him up. But I noticed they have the black dude from the Kingsman. I'm just gonna say the badass black dude from the Kingsman.
He's in something else I watched recently.
Yeah. I think of him and I think of Idris Elba,
Oh, wow.
but he was also in it. He was the main antagonist at one point.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I guess that's him.
I don't have my glasses on. I decided today I don't want to see.
However
Yeah.
you say that.
Digimon.
Did you? See, if I
Digimon.
said that, that's racist.
It is. That's why you don't.
We should talk about him.
Oh, him, the movie?
Yeah.
I thought you did like him. Like
No.
he's in a quiet. Just so y'all know, Jimon Hansu. I'm gonna assume that the D is silent. But A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2, or he's A Quiet Place Day 1 and A Quiet Place Part 2, and A Quiet Place. He was in Gladiator as well. You didn't see that either. He's in How to Train Your Dragon. He's a voice for that, for somebody in How to Train Your Dragon. He's in Tarzan, Constantine, Push, The
When push comes to shove.
Kingsman, or Man, The Kingsman. I didn't know he was in the first one. I thought he was in the other one. He was very prominent in one of them later ones. Shazam. He's also in Shazam.
Oh yeah, I remember him in that. I think that's where he sparks familiarity.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
Him.
You wanna? Yeah. Get us into that.
Him came out recently. I think it dropped September 19th. And as of filming this, that was pretty much this week. We watched it a couple days after it came out. You know who produces this.
Yep. Your boy. It's your boy.
There's no other person that can.
Kendrick Lamar. Not whoa.
There's no other person that can produce a thriller, slasher, comedy,
Horror.
like, but horror, but serious story.
I feel like he's getting. I feel like we gotta start
He's throwing
categorizing his stuff as a different sense of thriller.
It's
or
appeal.
horror.
It's appeal style.
That's okay. That's fine with me. Cause
And
it
if
ain't.
someone tries to make a movie like him, it's appeal like.
Souls like.
I didn't think about it while we were watching it that I was like, oh wow, Jordan Peele's going crazy. But I did think like, oh man, this is. At one point I did, oh, this is very specific. like if we didn't have Jordan Peele as a producer who he is, and this type of creative, and all these other people that helped him, and the whole cast and stuff, the movie would not be like so fucking obnoxious and weird.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people didn't really like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I don't know much about it.
I think
don't really listen to haters.
I did think about it when we went home the next day, and I was like, this movie was awesome. Do I love it? And I was like, I have no clue if I like this because what I saw was so intrusive that I didn't know if I'm like, I don't know if it's something I can connect with and like watch it again and be like, oh, like if I watched it again, it would have to be like a purposeful like analysis, like of like, okay, what does this mean? Because there was a lot of like everything had like, it was pretty simple, but like everything had double meanings.
Yeah.
For a good reason.
Yeah. And
so if I went back, I would look at those, but like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think same. I didn't know whether to like it or didn't like it, or if I was like, because I was talking to Ian right when I came back. You know, we were just finishing up D&D. I went and worked out because I liked the movie, and a lot of it was kind of ripped. I'm like, nah, I gotta get it in. I gotta, right, whatever. And I was telling Ian about the movie. I give it like an 8 out of 10. He's like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, is that good? And, you know, and I thought to myself, I was like, is it that good? Am I tripping? Let me think back. Let me look at it for what it is. And I gave it an 8 out of 10 because I like things that make me think.
Yeah.
Overall, like, I can tell you the main parts that was like, for me, that, you know, I could hardly, you know, look at, but that's just who I am.
It was actually like, disgusting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had I don't love gore slasher movies in the first place.
Yeah.
And if it's a horror movie, I prefer like, I think we agree, like, we're more psychological, like anything that'll be like, it doesn't even have to have like blood, just necessarily it has to have like, what the fuck is going on, like
exactly.
kind of big picture.
And it's why the whole name Boogie Pop Crew works, because if you ever watch that, it's an anime, if you ever watch that, from start to the fucking end, you don't know what the fuck is happening. Yeah, plus it's a story that plays backwards. Yeah, right?
There's a lot, there's a lot.
You gotta unpack that one day. We gotta actually do a review and unpack that one day.
I gotta rewatch that to understand what
You're right.
the fuck's going on.
I remember it for some reason, like bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, it was good.
But yeah. Hence why we're called Boogie Pop and the crew, Boogie Pop and the gang.
Woo.
But things like that really, like, things that make you think, or, you know, give you that little introspective feel, is really what I be looking for most times. And like the gore, what I was saying earlier, the gore and stuff was really like making me scratch my head, especially, you know.
Yeah, the gore was like eating me up.
Especially right there.
I think this movie's weird.
There was the part in the trailer that we saw that really bothered me too. It wasn't even the actual movie that we got to, but it was one of the horror movies in the trailer, and it was like, bruh did the Hey Johnny scene, basically, where he put the axe through the door, and he pulled his hand, and he grabbed like a piece of her hair, and her hair strand just came through, and that shit. I seen that shit. That it's vividly in my brain right now, and that shit bothered the fuck out of me. I was like, because it felt like I was seeing the fucking whole thing and pulled out her scalp.
That and the other one that was that hurt me was when the staples went out.
Yeah.
Not when the staples went in, but the one where
he
cut it. He had his friend was a barber, and he cut his open wound, like not a wound. He cut his closed wound, one of the stitches or staples, and then it did like. Which is a very good point. It did like awesome visuals, which this whole movie was like visually like so crazy. There was so much going on that like if you blinked for a second, you missed like 5 different images flash at once, and like the coloring of this movie is really good, and everything visually was like was really perfect, which made it more disgusting.
And I will say this, that, and also for Jordan Peele's style of like kind of over the top things, there's no better, in my opinion, there was no better casting than the Marlon Wayans.
Yeah,
over the top personality.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I was, before the movie even started, I was telling Noah about Noah's favorite one of his favorite people in this whole wide world.
oh wow, word. Tyreek Withers.
No,
No.
Shaq.
Oh, Shaq. Yeah.
And I was telling him how Marlon Wayans and Shaq had like an interview on Shaq's podcast. I think it was that. I think that's where it was. And there's there's a scene where he's like, oh, you just like cream pie in the girl, huh? You're like cream pie, big, you a big cream pie, you cream pie. And he goes, you like that ooey gooey. I'm not gonna do the whole scene, but he does the thing with his mouth, and like in the movie, this is a spoiler. It's a spoiler. It caught me off guard, so I feel like I shouldn't say it. So whoever that hasn't watched it yet can go and see it and get caught off guard. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Fucking spits on the gun and shoves that shit in his mouth. I'm not gonna give context more than that. I'm gonna let whatever happens, whatever. And that's the only thing I can think of. And I bursted out laughing in the middle of the fucking movie theaters. There was only like 4 or 5 other families.
No, there was like 10. There's like 12 people total in that theater. There wasn't 4 other families. There was 12
4 or 5
people
families
in the theater.
Yeah, they're like
watching this movie, and
I started cracking.
There's a lot of there's a lot of like.
All I could think was ooey gooey.
Peele does like the comedy where like it's a little eerie.
Mm-hmm.
So like it gets under your skin a little bit, but it's like twisted funny. So the characters think it's funny, which ends up sometimes being like funny and scary for the viewer. And Marlon Wayne was like perfect. Some people lately haven't been loving Marlon Wayne, I realized, but I think it was just some agenda issues, like some things that were being said. I don't know exactly, because from my perspective, I think he's alright.
Yeah, I mean,
but I know people are like, I don't know. I guess it's just online stuff, but I don't think he messed up or anything. But Marlon Wayne is like inherently funny, just like how he acts.
Yeah,
and his character is like delusional. I would more say like, so it showed him being comedic, but in this like kind of sick, twisted way, because in the movie, Marlon Wayne's character, Isaiah White, is like famous football player. He's like passing down like a generational like.
I actually want to address that.
What?
The delusional part, because I understand where you're coming from, but it felt less delusional and more like used to. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very like, well, there was mixes of like, I don't know if this was his character being psychotic on purpose versus it felt like he was groomed his whole life to be this way type of like.
And it definitely felt more like the latter.
Yeah,
throughout
like
the movie, yeah.
Because sometimes it'd be like he would do some crazy shit, and he has this like whole house and sanctuary where they train football like intensely, and he brings Tyreek Withers, I think his name is Cameron.
Yeah.
In the movie, they bring Cameron in, and they do this whole like training thing. And that's the whole movie. The whole movie is like, technically it shows some like earlier stuff, but the actual like core of the movie is like 7 days long.
But I'll say this: the initial thing that happened at the beginning that really spun this whole thing together and made the movie, take place where it took place. That shit fucked with me. I ain't gonna lie, I held my head for a minute after watching it. I was like, God!
Yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say, there was 12. It was like 12 people in total in our theater, and most of the movie was like pretty serious. I would say the first part, the introduction, it kind of is a mix of like lighthearted and like trying to understand, introducing our characters and stuff, kind of giving us like a hopeful like, oh, this is going to be this is football. This is going to be a new great player. This before it all turns into like this like horror kind of aspect.
Yeah.
But most of the movie, everyone was pretty chill. And then there's just one scene where Marlon Wayne has a gun and he just, it's like he just has a dick in his hand and he just spits all over that. Just not even a polite full spit. He just spits over it nasty and starts sucking on it. And me and JB just start busting out laughing. And I tried not to. But I realized when we started laughing, there was a whole like group of teenagers to the left of us, and they started laughing at us because it sounded like we couldn't hold our laughs back.
We couldn't.
I think the older people were annoyed at us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But to our perspective, we just saw Marlon Wayans fucking suck a dick, but it was a gun, and I couldn't believe what I just saw, and he did it so well too. Great form. Great form. We got a little jealous.
Great form. Fucking. And he did it. I think it was because my humor is very in that, not suck a dick area, but very in that, the way he did it.
But you said it.
No, the way he did it, in the sense of like,
he did it to prove a point.
When you do funny shit, certain funny shit, and you do it without laughing, you kind of straight face it as if you're serious. That is my humor. I do it so fucking often at work.
I'm not trying to say you do that, but when he did that scene made me see some resemblance in you and him.
Because I think it's
not to say you
that was why.
Not that specific part.
I don't even know if I'll do that to a gun. I'll be honest with you.
That was wild.
That was crazy.
I would probably instinctively.
Maybe I'm not. Triggered. And it also, I'll get to that in a minute. But that humor is so under appreciated because of that specific way of like a joke, of like being serious but being able to hit your punchlines. You know what I'm saying? I'm no fucking comedian. I'm no comic. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? But being able to like lead it up, and then boom, hit you with one of the funniest shits you gonna hear that whole entire day, so you burst out laughing. I'm not trying to get a giggle out of you. I'm trying to get the burst of laughter. I'm trying to get the shock in the moment, and then also the realization of how funny it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the real thing you go for when you do that type of humor. Again, I'm not saying I'm a comedian, I'm not saying I'm a comic, I'm not saying I study shit. I'm just saying that's what I like to do.
Marlon Wayne suck that gun. I'll tell you what. I saw JB right in front of my eyes.
Fuck no. Hell nah.
There was just some things he did that I was like.
Yeah, you was like that. You said the way he spoke too. I was like, nah, I don't talk like that.
Well, there's a specific thing where.
Like
I don't talk like that. No, that's not what I sound like. There's this thing where there's no cameras rolling, there's no nothing, but JB will just say, all right, it's time for a monologue. And then he'll like go into a monologue, but it's always the same exact character. But it's like different versions of the same exact character. It's just him trying to be the most powerful person. And I was like, this is exactly how you act right here. Marlon Wayne, this is you.
Dang.
Because you would start saying the same. You guys are saying like the same type of thing. Like, do you? He was all in Tyree Withers' face. Like, do you understand what it take? What I did to get here? Like, but the way he said it was like he would like start giggling. Like he was almost like becoming the Joker.
That ooey gooey, like that ooey gooey.
If he said that in the movie, that'd be great.
This would have you rubbing.
But instead, he spit on the gun.
I ain't gonna lie though. Girls, Girls in there.
Oh, the girl, yeah. There's a whole strip club scene,
Hey.
pretty much.
Hey, insert it in. But the Will Smith, I like pretty.
No.
Finish it.
I'm not inserting any new Will Smith.
What? What's wrong with Will Smith?
Not the new songs.
They were all. It's
Marlon
come a
Wayne-
long way.
Marlon Wayne, I would
since-
love to have you on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Marlon Wayne.
You can sit right
love to
there.
have you. Love to have you.
You see, right?
Nah, we'll get you a special seat. We'll get you a seat
Maybe
like.
we'll have an actual set by then.
Oh yeah.
I like the movie though. I don't know. The only thing that my final like thoughts on it will be like,
Oh. Before we wrap that final thought in, one other than like that comedic part that stood out to me, when he started talking ideals and what it means to be somewhere, what it means to want it. Obviously, that's in the area where where I often put myself at. Not just like saying like, oh, I want to be the GOAT. I want to be the greatest of all time. I personally just want to make something I know no one can really replicate as well as I can do it myself. And so in that sense, I want to be the best at what I can do when I do it. And then it's like sacrificing. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to put in? You know what I'm saying? In that certain montage where, bro was doing all that. I thought he was the one on the ground at that one point because they did like a little X-ray vision thing and we couldn't tell who was who. Literally, not because they were black, no racist shit. It was because of the X-ray shit. I thought, gone.
that was good. It was good. It looked. It made everything more intense.
Yeah.
Just how they did shots and how they made like people's bodies react to each other. That shit was cool.
Exactly. And man, CTEs and nothing to play with, man. Those like seeing it happen like over the screen is crazy. Seeing it happen in real life is even crazier. But when somebody's body just stops functioning like that and you see it, it's just like a heart drop moment. You see it. Because it ain't, the light's gone. The light's out. And the body's stuck, yet his eyes are open. But,
For anyone who's seen the movie, if you haven't, I assume some people maybe skipped this part or didn't watch. I don't know. We're like giving slight spoilers, but is he the villain at the end?
the main character?
Yeah. Or is he?
I think you can view it as him being a villain, but depending on how you
Or
took
did
the
he
story
save
and the
himself?
message, he could easily be the hero. Whole time they were kind of projecting him to be, the painting. Yeah. Everybody at the table.
This was a weird football movie.
Yeah.
I'm really.
Yeah.
There's no other football movie like this.
Yeah. The
It
messages
definitely
of that.
broke the ground for what a football movie can do, but in like
And it didn't
an
even-
offset way.
I don't know, man. Rock still got it in. I'm about to say The Longest Yard. What is it? What's the movie called? Who's out here?
Oh, the game plan?
The Game Plan. There you go.
So stupid.
But that was
The game
goated.
plan
That was
changed
goated.
with what's her name, Paris?
Yeah. Get her. Hey, you gotta get her on the pod.
Yeah.
You gotta
Should've
get her on the
come on.
pod. Yeah.
Yeah, it should have.
That should-
Madison Petit,
Beats me.
Paris?
Beats me.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Beats me. I just know I'll figure it out when we need to get it together.
Yeah, nice.
Can I say
If she gets on the pod, will you wear a shirt finally?
I wore a shirt last time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I might have worn a hoodie, but
I think in the first episode you didn't wear a shirt.
Yeah, I didn't.
And then the second episode, I just gaslit myself. to think you didn't wear a shirt.
The second one, I'm pretty sure I wore a shirt. And this one, I'm shirtless again. I switched jackets.
Yeah, he's been wearing that.
You know, I was thinking of this idea. What if we made like a jacket cooler? Cool jackets. It'd only be used by people in Florida because we're the only people that wear jackets in the summer.
What are you talking about?
Like a jacket cooler. Like you get a cooler, like a hanger rack, and you get like some hangers, you throw your jacket in there, cool your jacket, and when you want to go wear it, pull it out, it's like chill, it's like a chill jacket. I know you're supposed to wear your jacket to stay warm when it's cold. But like I said before, we're in Florida and you see a bunch of people wearing jackets in the summer.
Okay, give me a pitch.
Give you a pitch? Alright. Have you ever been in Florida and you thought to yourself, I really like this hoodie, but you also thought to yourself, it's the summer, I shouldn't wear a hoodie. Well, I got a solution. Get this jacket cooler machine, whatever the fuck name's gonna be.
What's it called? What is it called?
Jacket cooler machine.
Jacooler.
Jacooler.
A jacooler. Wait.
A jacuzzi. No. Nah, a jacuzzi.
We'll workshop that.
Yeah, we'll work with it, yeah. But get you one of those so you can wear your favorite hoodie any given time of the year.
Oh, it works with any hoodie. It's not a specific jacket.
No, it's not a specific jacket. It's a cooler. Like the cooler's meant to cool your jacket.
And it only has a temporary. Is it temporary so they can keep buying more?
Yeah.
Wow. You really know business.
I'm trying to tell you.
How much is it? $9.99.
You think we cheap out here?
My bad.
Think we cheap out here? This is premium shit. You want some premium shit? $29.99.
God.
Get you a jacket cooler.
That's expensive as hell.
That has nice size.
That's mad expensive.
Nah, it's not expensive. It's a nice size.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Hayden was pretty good.
Him was an 8.
I wish we were sponsored by Hims. What? JB? You want them?
What?
You can't see her through the speakers.
Yeah.
Do you need Hims?
Nah, you Tim's. Stepping over puddles full of rain, it's a big storm.
Can you freestyle us out?
Nah, I ain't doing that. I don't rap for free.
Why not? You were supposed
Hey,
to go.
hey, edit me where I disappeared. Hey, chat.
Hey, do it.
Hey, chat.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh,
Then
yeah.
maybe reappear. Yeah, maybe reappear. It's a big storm. Nah,
You come in. Big storm, big storm, big storm.
but him was great. Push was average. Demon Slayer was amazing.
Nobody likes Demon Slayer.
Oh,
you heard that?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. We haven't watched that,
Why are you talking about that movie?
but it's one of my all-time favorite movies. If you haven't watched it, it's
All
dope.
right.
What?
Give us the
This
outro.
is not movies.
Give us the outro.
This is not movies.
Give us the outro.
Alright, Boogie Pop and the crew out. Join in again. We do this shit every week.
The camera hit perfectly on you.